Every single time you ask your phone for directions or get a movie recommendation that's just a little too perfect, or even just unlock your screen with your face, you're interacting with artificial intelligence. It's kind of become this invisible architecture of our modern world. But the real question is, do we actually understand what it is? And maybe more importantly, how it's reshaping our future right now? And that question right there from the R&Lee Consortium really gets to the heart of what we're talking about today. It's such a powerful way to put it. Are we just going to be carried along by this massive technological wave, totally unaware of where it's even taking us? Or are we going to grab the controls and decide the destination for ourselves? That choice is ours. And honestly, the stakes couldn't be higher. So for this journey, our guide is the R&Lee Project. You can think of them as the pioneers who are drawing the first maps of this new territory. They're this incredible collaboration of 4 European schools, and they're leading the charge to empower all of us, students, parents, teachers, everyone, with the skills we need to navigate this new AI-powered age. Okay, so if we want to become pilots, we've got to tackle what's known as the black box problem. See, for most of us, AI is this mysterious box, right? We see these amazing results come out of it, but what's actually happening on the inside is a total mystery. It's kind of like trying to drive a car without knowing the difference between the gas and the brake. So our goal today is to pop the hood and really understand the engine. And believe me, that engine is running absolutely everywhere. Forget sci-fi movies for a second. Just think about the last time you bought something online. The reason that website just knew you might also like that specific pair of sneakers, that's AI. It's analyzing millions of data points on what people buy all in the blink of an eye. It's not magic. It's just a powerful, invisible engine that's personalizing your world. Now that we've seen just how much that engine is all around us, let's get a closer look at what's going on under that hood. To really unlock the black box, we have to move past the mystery and get right to the mechanics. And it all starts with literacy, understanding what AI is, and, this is the critical part, how it thinks. At its core, the definition is actually pretty straightforward. AI is all about building computer systems that can learn and solve problems, kind of like we do. It's probably better to think of it less like some kind of superbrain and more like a digital apprentice. It can't really think for itself, but you can train it to recognize patterns and make decisions at a scale and speed that humans just can't match. And this apprentice, well, it has evolved a lot over time. If you look at this timeline, the 1950s were really the beginning, kind of like the Big Bang of AI, where the whole dream was born. Then you jump to the 80s and we get machine learning. Now, this was a huge breakthrough. Instead of programming every single rule, we could let the machine learn the rules from data. And then in the 2010s, deep learning came along and supercharged that ability, using these complex networks that are inspired by our own brains to solve even harder problems. Each step just built on the one before it. So how does that learning part actually work? Let's slow this down for a sec, because this process is really the core of modern AI. Let's say we want to teach it to recognize pictures of cats. For step 1, we feed it a ton of data, like thousands and thousands of cat photos. Then for step 2, the model starts training by analyzing all of them, noticing patterns like pointy ears, whiskers, stuff like that. In step 3, it creates its own rules for what it thinks a cat looks like. Then, step 4, we show it a brand new photo it's never seen before, and it makes a prediction, cat. And finally, step 5, we tell it if it was right or wrong, and it uses that feedback to get better and better. It's just a constant loop of learning and improving. All right, now that we kind of get the basic idea of how AI learns, we can see its power in action. And honestly, there is no better proving ground for a technology that's built on learning than the classroom itself. This is where the theory gets really, really exciting. Instead of a one-size-fits-all lesson for 30 kids, AI can create personalized learning paths. It can act like a private tutor for every single student. Just imagine a math lesson that speeds up when a student is getting it, but slows down to offer extra help the moment they start to struggle. And look at the support for students with special needs. AI tools can provide real-time translation or turn text into speech, creating a more inclusive and effective learning environment for absolutely everyone. And you've probably already seen this stuff in action. A platform like Duolingo, for example, uses an AI method called spaced repetition. It notices you're a bit weak on a certain word, and it brings that word back right when you're about to forget it, which helps lock it into your memory. Khan Academy uses AI to make sure you've achieved mastery learning. It won't let you move on to the next concept until you've proven you've totally mastered the current one. It helps build this rock-solid foundation of knowledge. So, as we've just seen, AI has this incredible power to personalize and to help, but with great power comes great responsibility, right? It's not enough to just build powerful tools. We have to have a really serious conversation about how we build wise ones. And here we are at one of the most urgent challenges. The key thing to remember is this: an AI is only as smart or as fair as the data we feed it. That old saying, garbage in, garbage out, has never been more true. If we train an AI on a flawed version of our past, it won't just repeat our mistakes, it'll amplify them into the future, and at a scale we've never seen before.
So, how does that even happen? Well, think about bias training data like this. Imagine you're teaching an AI to be a chef, but you only give it Italian cookbooks. Sure, it might become a brilliant pasta chef, but if you ask it to make a taco, it's going to have no idea what to do. Its whole worldview is limited and skewed by its training. And the same thing happens when datasets don't have enough information about certain groups of people, or when developers, totally unintentionally, build their own assumptions right into the code.
So, at the end of the day, AI ethics isn't just some simple checklist you can tick off. It's really about this continuous process of asking really hard questions. Like for a self-driving car, how should you program it to react in a no-win accident scenario? There are no easy answers here. And that is exactly why these difficult conversations have to happen before the technology is out in the world, not after. Okay, so far we've looked under the hood at how AI works, we've seen it in action, and we've wrestled with some of the tough questions it's forcing us to answer. So now let's turn to the most important part. What is our role in all of this? How do we go from just being observers to being the actual architects of our digital future?
What's really interesting here is that this shows us this isn't a competition. It's about collaboration. I mean, think about what a powerful partnership this could be. You take AI's incredible speed at finding patterns in data, and you combine it with human creativity, compassion, and our ethical judgment. This isn't about humanity versus the machine. It's about humanity amplified by the machine to solve our biggest problems, from curing diseases to tackling climate change.
And this brings us right to the core of what AI literacy is all about. It's really a two-part equation. The first part is understanding the tool, just like we've been doing today. But the second part, and frankly the much more crucial part, is being the hand that guides that tool. Technology gives us the power, sure, but it's our values that have to give it purpose. So we end where we began, with a choice. AI is a tool, just like the printing press or the engine, but it's arguably the most powerful one humanity has ever created. The question on this screen isn't just for programmers in Silicon Valley. It's for all of us. So stay curious, keep asking questions. Be the pilot of your own digital life, because the future of AI isn't being written in code. It's going to be written in the choices that we all make, starting today.